if I just said some random thing, like, okay, I get a phone call from AI, I understand a little bit, like they go through prompts, right? So they'll say to me, like you said, you have 10K of debt.
Yeah.
And if I just say something random, like, how do they then continue the call? You know what I mean? Like, how do they track it back to me without me knowing that it's a robot? That's the thing that I don't understand.
Yeah, they do it really well. Like you cannot like if you say to them like fuck, I cannot hear anything, then like, hey, okay, I'm gonna speak louder. And if you just say something fully random, they will actually respond like really human like. So you like, I actually cannot see like here if it's an AI or not.
I feel like that's something that once, again, maybe I don't answer the phone, so probably definitely not. But if I heard it and I went through it, I think it would like be a light bulb moment for me. So maybe there's a lot of people that, even though you're saying it, and you obviously, it's your whole business, so you fully trust it, fully believe it. For me, I'm still like, nah, the robots aren't going to call me and qualify me. Nah, like I would be able to tell. I'm not stupid. You know, that's where I think the arrogance of us comes in. We think like, I'd be able to tell. So I think if I went through the process and had a conversation with a robot or with AI, I call it a robot, and then I would then see this huge opportunity that you've obviously seen, like somehow before everyone else.
Well, the first thing, like I got actually lured by one of our competitors. I was sitting at my pool at Marbella, and I got the call. It said like, "Hey, is it Valtteri?" I was like, "Yeah." Okay, good. Do you have time to talk? I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And then it started going with the flow. So it's really like it's really smart in like detecting how a real human would go, and it interacts with you so that you don't really understand it's an AI at all. And if it's like in this phase, like that, it's if it's now so that it's really hard or impossible, and the technology is just like it's taking like so huge steps, it's gonna be fully impossible. So, and what is like the AIs now? They're like language models. So you could chat with them, and you could not like understand that it's not the human if they would make like a chatbot. It could act like a girl. It would act like a sea captain. You could put any prompt there, and you can just put any prompt like, okay, act like you would be like just like some engineer looking for a job. And then when you write it, it would take like the avatar of the engineer looking for a job, and it would communicate exactly like that to you. So it's only about like the technology is already there. It's just like implementing to the voice side of the things.
So that's then, because you told me this off camera before we had coffee, and you said the next step is like you said, these people. This is where it gets weird for me, and almost not scary is the wrong word, but like I could see how effective it would be, where the AI, because I think of, when I think of AI, I think of scripts and how things are written and whatever else, and you can get to the point where the voice of the person that's closing you or talking to you can be anybody on the planet. So if I ran a company and I was a personal brand like I am, and say I was selling martial arts lessons or videos or whatever, you could get a phone call from me. So I could ring you and be like, hey, it's Luke, blah, 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 but it'd actually be AI, right?
Yeah. And we're doing that all the time. And so yesterday what we did, we actually tested one of our marketing campaigns. We tested Darth Vader's voice. So that was actually working surprisingly well. So it's really commanding and stuff. And we're doing all this freaky shit, like we're having like Yoda voice and everything. And then it's taking like, you can actually prompt the AI, like make the script as you would talk as a Yoda. So then it uses like the Yoda verbiage, like, and we use Arnold Schwarzenegger, we use Joe Rogan. It's so easy, like we don't even need to have you like any consent from you.
I was about to say.
We just take like the more content you have from you just speaking. We just go and we clone the voice, and then it's that.
So say how much content to clone my voice? There's definitely enough of me in there already just from these podcasts.
Yeah. You need only like half an hour.
Wow. Okay.
So in our like platform, you can select like we have everything from like Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, Obama. Like there's a product called Obamacare in United States, so we market like, hey, this is your president speaking, and it's Obama's voice.
And that's completely legal.
Well, it's completely legal to take somebody's voice and you use it. There's no like law that you cannot like copyright your voice.
Wow.
That's pretty freakish, but you cannot.
Okay, wow, okay. So, I mean, I know that Bruce Buffer, he copyrighted It's Time, you know, in the
Yeah.
UFC. He got, because I think his brother,
Nick Buffer.
is it Nick Buffer
Yeah.
or the guy that does the boxing?
Yeah, Nick Buffer.
And what's his phrase that he says?
Let's get ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to rumble. And he made more money off copyrighting that or something for the computer games and all that sort of stuff that used that phrase.
Yeah.
He made more money off that than being a MC in boxing. Like that was the story I heard. So his brother copied it and did the same thing. So you can copyright phrases, but you can't copyright your voice. Maybe that will be a future thing. I don't know. Because I obviously this is brand new. So if Obama rang me, I'd obviously kind of know that it's a joke, right? But it gets to the point where smaller individuals are doing it. It can become almost like I'm just thinking about like imagine, you know, my wife's voice or some girl's voice, or you know, it could get like crazy, you know.
Yeah, well, we all know about like there's a lot of like one of the most horrifying applications that will be used for this is like the dating scene. So like there's nothing that is like more easy to prey on than a lonely horny guy that is looking for love. So you can imagine if people are now signing up for different kind of dating sites and just paying for like chat to like basically they think they chat with the woman, but they're actually chatting with some OnlyFans manager that is like a guy in Turkey sitting in sitting in his underwear. But what if they get a call from this girl? Like that is something that no horny, like lonely guy can resist when they hear like a young woman's voice asking about how are they doing.
And you could facilitate this.
Yes.
Okay, we have to have a chat after this. But
Yeah, that's gonna be dirty.
okay, yeah, that's going to be crazy because like you said, there's actually now I read something or saw a report with the OnlyFans thing. There's someone who using AI generated every image of the girl.
Yeah.
So it's not even a real girl, and all of her pictures and all of her content on it, it's just all fake. Well, not fake, but it's AI. And then, like you said, they're using some manager to talk to them or whatever. So she doesn't even exist, and I think she's making like 6 figures a month.
Yeah, or he is making.
Who
created the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, you start to talk about, that's when it starts becoming insane. So then he could then layer on top of that this made up AI person is going to call you and speak to you and be your girlfriend. And,
Yeah.
Okay.